One of the questions that people ask me is why am I single? Um, One of the reasons why I'm single is um, because I had a mom and I had a dad in my home, and my dad, he wasn't perfect, but he was there every day. My dad, we would travel, like my dad would put us in the car and take us places. We'd go get ice cream. Sometime as a family, we go out to eat. I was in piano, had piano lessons and band and things like that. And I had siblings. I had my mom, and my dad taught me and my mother how to treat people. Um, the way that I treat people is polar opposite than the way people treat each other these days. People treat each other as if they're nothing. I meet some of the most meanest, terrible people just living life. And every time I open myself to meeting someone, I meet just a terrible person. And let me just give you an example. I was working, and this person, well, we started working in the same area together. And he was talking to me, and eventually, said, here's my phone number, whatever. I took his phone number and I put his phone number in my pocket, and I had no intentions on calling him ever. The reason why is because my history of meeting people, they just the people these days just they don't treat each other very well. So I was like, nah, I don't want to meet this guy. He's probably another problem. So anyway, uh, I just kept the number because he said that he could help me like cut my grass or whatever because I own a house. So, but I knew why he offered me, his number. I know what that was. So, a couple months later, maybe it was like 2 to 3 months later, over that time period, me and him talked, and I saw him, and we waved, and how you doing, and everything, and so he seemed like a nice guy. So after about 3 or 4 months of that, I decided that I'm like, yeah, he seemed like a nice guy. We talk or whatever, say hello. Okay, so I decided to call him. Now, this is what he does. We went out for the first time, and he told me that, oh, I'm not looking for a relationship. There we go. At that point, I'm done. I if I wasn't looking for, I never tell people that I'm not looking for a relationship. I always say that I am looking for a relationship because that weeds people out. I tell people if they're not serious about you or they just want to play around, they immediately say, okay, well, I'm sorry. And it actually keeps you on a good like footing with that person. Like, I'm not trying to make enemies. So what I do is I say, well, I'm looking for a relationship. And they go, oh, well, I'm not, interested in a relationship. That's everybody you meet these days. And then I said, okay, and I just, well, it's nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. Thank you for asking me out. And I leave and I go home. And then I think to myself, whew, I'm glad I got, missed that one. Um, Most of the time when I meet people, they don't see me as another human being. I don't really think that people these days are even interested in love or relation, love or finding love with someone. I think that people are so, I don't know, so damaged and so hurt and so bitter and so messed up, not just men, but women too, that when they see you, you're just a target. You don't have a brain, you don't have feelings, you don't have, if they hurt you or dog you out, you don't have no feelings behind that. You don't feel anything. It's almost like a lot of people are walking around, they are sociopaths. Okay. And I really think a lot of people these days, a lot of people now are sociopaths or they have sociopathic tendencies. So, um, it's weird. It's like you don't think that what you do to someone is hurting that person. If you target single mothers to just have sex with them, and you running around having sex with all these different single mothers, you don't think that that's affecting them mentally or emotionally, and you don't understand that when you hurt a parent, it falls onto the child that had nothing to do with anything. It's like they're ghouls. So I call them ghouls. I call them what's another name I call these guys now? And I don't date girls, so I'm talking about guys. And I think, the girls are the same way when I talk to a lot of men. It's like people are ghoulish now. They're zombies. And the reason why I call them zombies is because the reason why I call them zombies is because zombies, they don't have any feeling. They just walk around be like, brains. And that's how these people are. They're walking around and go, sex, 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 sex. And they just walking around like zombies. It's like the zombie apocalypse. And that's what they want. So they don't think past like, am I hurting someone? Am I mentally causing problems with them? What am I doing to their physical, mental? And they go around, they just hurt people, hurt people, hurt people, and they don't think about it until they get to be old men of how many women they hurt. And then they're sitting alone, and they don't have anybody. They don't have no wife, they don't have no children, they have nothing, because they dogged out everybody that could have been a good person to them. So anyway, so when they come to me, when he so that it didn't go very well with him. And he me and him talked or whatever, and it just didn't work out. But it's so weird. It's like they come into your life and they look at you as, okay, that's a single mom, I'm gonna use her. That's a black woman, I'm gonna use her. That's a this woman, I'm gonna use her. That's a fat woman, I'm gonna use her. They come to target you. And then when you see all these YouTube videos, it's like, okay, single moms are this, single moms are that, and they make single moms to be demons. You hate people simply because they're a single mom. You know nothing about this person, nothing about this person. And you come into their lives, and just because they're a single mom, they're trash. Just because they're a black woman, they're trash. Just because they're a white woman, they're trash. Just because they're a woman, they're trash. I don't understand that. I just because they're a man, they're trash. It's so weird. I think about that sometimes. So when I meet people, I'm like very standoffish, because I know that I'm targeted. When I meet guys, they're targeting me. Oh, you're over 30. Okay, so over 30 women are trash. So I fall into a lot of categories. So I know that when a guy come my way, I'm like, what are you doing here? I'm nice and I'm kind to him because I'm taught to be that way. But at the same time, I have to keep my guard up. So, and I tell them, hey, I'm looking for a relationship. And what I do is I just tell them that, I'm celibate until marriage, and that gets away, that makes them run. And that, I've had guys try me, and then they go, oh, you really are celibate until marriage. Because I would say, I told you I'm celibate, like for real. And then they, oh, you weren't joking, you are. Yeah, so they leave. But I'm happy about it because it makes it so that I don't have to deal with, I don't have the heartbreak. I don't have somebody using me and abusing me and throwing me away. Those pump and dump character dudes can't get to me because I keep my legs closed. I don't even worry about it. I focus on other things in my life. And yes, I would like to have a relationship with someone. I would. I would like to be in love again with someone. But I think that people are so corrupt now. I can't even imagine finding anyone now that isn't that way, that isn't messed up. I mean, like everybody's had troubles. No one's perfect, you know. We all have have had things happen to us, but you have to decide, are you going to be positive or are you going to be negative? So you have these people that are teaching other people to be negative, to hurt people. And so the way that you deal with that is you just stay distant from them and you keep away from people like that. So when I date and I meet men that I date, I'm kind of standoffish, but I'm nice and I talk to them and I try to get to know them. But I make sure that, I tell them up front, hey, I'm celibate until marriage, and they run, and that works. And that keeps me healthy. It keeps my mind healthy. It keeps me healthy. The sad thing is, it's just, wow, it's so many people like this now. But the thing is, it keeps me healthy. I'm not all broken up and messed up. So that's one of the reasons. That's the reason why I'm single. I'm single because, and you know what's so weird is every guy, and this is no lie, every guy that dogged me out, or which was everyone, everyone that, every guy that dogged me out, uh, left, and I'm gonna give me a younger girl. I'm gonna give me this type of girl. They were back in my life within a year. They back in my life trying to beg me back. And by then I don't want them. One guy actually, it wasn't too bad. So I actually tried to work it out with him, and he ended up ghosting me. So I blocked him at that point. I said, okay, we're done. He blocked me. He got mad at me, and when he got mad at me about something, it was something stupid, like, "Are you gonna come visit me?" No, I'm not. Come visit me, and we'll do this, whatever. So he got mad, I guess, because I guess he wanted me to drive to visit him, and instead of him and just talking to me, and we just come to an agreement about something, just having a conversation, he ghosted me. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I took his phone number and I blocked it so he can't contact me. So when he comes back to his senses and thinks about, wow, that was stupid. I just blocked that girl for something real minor. He won't be able to contact me again because I blocked him and I made sure that he can't contact me. I don't want to hear from him again. He showed me exactly who he was, not once, but twice. So we're done. I wouldn't be interested in having him in my life. He already showed me what type of guy he is. So, anyway, that is one of the reasons I'm telling you why I am single. Um, it is, I don't know, at this point, it's not like, I, I don't know, it's not even like, people say, oh, well, nobody wants you. It's not that. I have, it kills me when I hear, I'm making coffee. It kills me when I hear, men say, oh, well, nobody wants you. No, it's not that nobody wants me. I have men wanting me all the time. The problem is, it's the quality of men that I meet. That's the problem. I am not a, I'm not desperate. I don't have to be with anyone. I can be by myself and be okay. I have hobbies, I have friends, I have places to go, things to do. I don't have to be with anybody. I choose to be with someone. So, um, if I meet someone and they don't treat me well, I'm not getting involved with them. I don't care who it is. If they're not kind to me, I mean, like, I I try to treat people with kindness. They think I'm playing a game, and then down the line, after they mistreated me, and they go, "Oh wow, she was who she said she was. She was a good person." Then they come back, but they come back to me after they dogged me out. See, that's what happens. You dog me out, you mistreat me, and then you get out there and get with those young girls is all about money, all about what you can do. Don't even come in my presence because I listen to some of these women out here on YouTube. Don't even come into my presence unless you're going to take me here, there, do this, do that. I'm like, oh, okay. They come back around me. Oh, I just want to tell you that I'm sorry. I'm mature now. I was a jerk to you. I was mean, but you dogged me out. I don't want to, you know? It's sad. It's like, why can't you people just be nice to people? Why can't you be nice to each other? Why do you have to play games and hurt people? Why can't you just be nice to each other and have, no ulterior motive? Just you just want to meet a nice person. You want to fall in love and be happy and stay with that person forever. Why is everybody so selfish? I don't know. So anywho, if you like what I talked about, please comment, like, describe, and hit the notification button. And I will see you soon. Peace.